Welcome you absolute legends. I am Fun with Frizz, I am Pete, I am back, and today is the 1st of January 2023 and it's the start of a new year for me, and so therefore there's only one way to start the new year off. I'm talking about 15 fragrance houses that this year I really want to get involved with, start learning more about, start getting into depth with it, and quite frankly literally find new houses that are really new. I've got 4 honourable mentions because I haven't got any from these houses and it's something that I want to correct up. So the first one is an obvious one which I haven't got hold of yet. It's Roger Parfums. Roger Parfums is a beast of a fragrance house. I haven't bought any yet, but this year, 2023, is the year that will change. I will start looking at getting some of their stuff because I really think they've got some nice bottles. They do some nice fragrances. I've smelt some, I've sampled them, but I've never got my bottle of it. So 2023, Roger Parfums is on my hit list. Second one is an English company called Bath House. Now I've only just found these out and they look like they come from Cumbria around there, and I'd love to be able to go to their factory and see how it's all made, which would be really cool if I can, and if I can video it I'll let you know in due course over the year. That's another house I'd really like to get into. So an English house called Bath House, another English company called Sun & Musk. Sometimes you see it on Facebook, sometimes you see it on here, there and everywhere. It's another fragrance house that comes from London, which I'm really interested to start divulging in, seeing how that company is and seeing what they're all about. That's the third one, and then the fourth one is Amrud, which is another house I really want to get into this year. It's a really underrated one. I've known there's like Whetstone, there's a Black Orchid, there's a couple that I really want to get into. So there's my 4 honourable mentions. And as always, let's crack on to the top 15. There's a lot to get through, so no point in beating around the bush. We start with number 15. Alright, number 15, and we start off with one. It's kind of an obvious one, but kind of haven't really got lots of. It's got from the house of Montale. Now, I have about 3 or 4, but this is a house I really want to get into a bit more this year, and it's one that I think really I need to pay more attention to. They're very good fragrances, but like I say, I've only got 3 or 4, so this one will be number 15 is Montale. So that's number 15. Alright, number 14, and we're talking about another house. It's pretty well obvious that people can find this quite easily, but I've not got that much. I've got about 4, maybe 5 from this house. It's Acqua di Parma, and again, this one is Colonia Club. This is the new version. The older version was all green, but this one is a really nice fresh fragrance. I think I'm going to really enjoy wearing this in the spring again. I've had a good old dent into mine, but this one will be definitely worth finding a bit more out about. So Acqua di Parma is my number 14. Alright, coming in number 13, and this one is another house that I've only just started to get into. They don't do big bottles of it, but I don't mind that, it's not a problem. The bottles are really cool. I like the cap and I like how the bottle's done. It's Mastic Milano, and this is Monte Cristo, and again, it's good, nice, easy, fresh fragrance. It's going to be perfect for the springtime. I'm going to be rocking the hell out of this one this spring. So again, another little house that I've not really known a lot about. There's a few that I know that's Tango from here, and there's a couple of others that are here from here, but this one is definitely a nice start into the collection, and I'm definitely going to try and find some more of these. Mastic Milano. Alright, coming in at number 12, it's probably the only designer house that I'm going to have to talk about today, because I've got a lot of designer stuff, but niche, not really as much so, but this one is a house I really want to get involved with. It's called Champrade, and this one's Oud Malachite. There's a lot of other Malachites. There's like amber, there's black incense, there's a rose one, which sounds really interesting. So it's a really hedonistic fragrance. It's really interesting. The bottles I think look really nice again, but it's another house I really want to get into in 2023. So that's number 12, Champrade. Alright, coming in at number 11, and this house does a lot. I don't know if they're a clone house or not, but I've only just started getting into this fragrance house. It's Dua, and this one's a 30ml bottle, but this is called Mediterranean Breeze, and again, this is a really beautiful, fresh fragrance. I like the bottles, I like the way they look, and this is only a 30ml. Again, I ain't gonna need that much because of the amount I've got. The 30ml bottle will last me a good amount of time. So number 11, just missing out of the top 10, is Dua. Alright, we're starting on the top 10 list now, and top number 10 is a house that I've only got a couple from, but I'm really wanting to get more involved with this one. It's House of Duista, and this one is called Le Sillage Blanc. It's a beautiful fragrance. I got it from a guy called Chris, and we're now friends on Instagram, which is quite really cool. But this is an absolute stunner of a fragrance. Really nice, very much again spring summer fragrance. It's really nice. It's such a classy fragrance. It's unreal. But yeah, Duista is again another house I really want to get into in 2023. So that's number 10. Coming in at number 9, and this is a house again. I've only got one from this house, but one's better than none. And quite honestly, the one I've got at the moment is a real powerhouse. It's Thiamine, and this one is again a great fragrance. This is Patamila, and if I've probably butchered that up, I'm sorry. This is again a really nice, fresh, invigorating, slightly rosy fragrance. It's got a little bit of depth on it as well, but it's a really unusual one. It's a beautiful bottle, nice cap. This is another one I'm going to really hit into this year, Thiamine. Alright, we're starting at number 8, and this one is again a house. I've got a few from here. My favourite isn't this one, but this one I thought give it some love because I haven't spoke about it that much. It's from House of Atkinson, and this is Jasmine and Tangerine. Now this one again, floral, fresh, definitely a summer vibe feeling of this one. Yeah, it's very invigorating. It's really nice and beautiful. Hopefully in the warm air, this one's going to work absolutely amazingly. My favourite is Mint and Tonic. If anyone knows my channel, I'm obsessed with that one, a little bit too much, but this one is also another banger that I like from this. So Atkins is my number 8 that I'm going to try and hit into more this year. Alright, coming in at number 7, and this house, it's quite well known within the community, but again, I've only got 2, maybe 3 from this house, and it's Diptyque, and this is Vetiver. And quite honestly, this is one of the best Vetivers I've ever smelled in my life. Wow, it's just classy. It's really an amazing fragrance. If you like vetiver, this is definitely should be on your wish list for 2023. It's an amazing one. I've got a couple of others, but like I say, Diptyque is definitely one house I really want to get into this year. Amazing stuff. So that's why it's my number 7. Couldn't remember which one it was. So that. All right, just missing out on the top 5 space, and this one again, I've only got the one, but it's one that I think is really good. It's Histories de Parfums, and this one is called 1872 Casanova. It's a beautiful fragrance, really enlightening. There's a few that I've got. There's Ombre 114, and there's a few others that I really want to get involved with. But this, whilst I definitely want to try and get some more of, it's a really, really nice one. It's very fresh, very uplifting. Definitely a spring summer banger for me. Really nice. So that's Histories de Parfums, my number 6. Alright, top 5 time, and then we're going to hit some big hitters now. And this one should need no introduction. The only reason it's not higher is because the other ones I really want to try a bit more. But it's from the House of Amouage, and Amouage I've got about 4, I think, but there is so many more I want to hit into, like Bracken Man, Jubilation 25, Sunshine Man, Interlude Black Iris, Royal Tobacco. There's a lot that I really want to try this year. This is Beach Hut. I love this stuff. It's amazing. I wear this all the time. As you can see, I've had a good old dent in mine. It's an absolute great fragrance. Amouage does some absolute bangers, and I'd love to go to see the factory one day, but hey, we'll see how it goes. But Amouage is my number 5 that I really want to hit into this year. Alright, number 4, and this one is, again, should need no introduction, but I've only just got it. Oop, and I've just took the cap off it. It's from Initio. This is my one I've got. This is Mystic Experience. I really want, the big one obviously is Side Effects. They've got some other ones that I really want to try. But Initio, this one is an absolute cracker. I've been wearing it over winter. I've only just picked it up, but it's an absolute stunner. People do actually compliment me a lot on this one. So number 4 is Initio and Initio Parfums. Alright, top 3 times now, and this is where the big hitters come in. And this one is, again, I've got 3 from this house. It's Serge Lutens, and this is Sergi, And this one I absolutely love. If you can see how much I've hit into this bottle, it's absolutely, I've probably like a good 50% of it, but it's an absolute cracker. Surge is great. Ombre Sultan is another great one from this house. But there's loads more that I really want to try from this house. So again, Serge Lutens is definitely a house I will be trying a lot more in 2023. Coming in at number 2, and I've just started to get into this house a bit more. I've got about 5 of these house. It's Nishane, and this is Suede de Saffron, and it's an absolute cracker. There's a few I haven't got, like the obvious one is Arnie. But I've got things like 100 Silent Ways, I've got Fan Your Flames, I've got this one, I've got a couple of others. They are really good quality made fragrances, they're absolutely stunning, and quite frankly, this one is one of my favourites out of the whole line so far. It's absolutely stunning and it gets you a lot of attention. So number 2 is Nishane. Now, number 1, this is a house that I've only just started to get into, and quite frankly, the 2 I've got so far have blown me away of how good they are. It's from Terzini Terenzi, and this is Caput Mundi. The bottle is stunning, the juice is amazing, it's a hedonistic oud fragrance. Quite frankly, it's one of those fragrances